It's coming up on 7:45. A new workers' comp case may give employees a little more time to file a lawsuit. And here with the details this morning, our legal eagle himself, Jim Higgins. Good to see you, Jim.
Good to see you.
So how much time do you typically have to file a workers' comp case?
Well, in Tennessee, in workers' comp, and in so many of our cases that involve injuries, it's a year. But the work comp law has always kind of been drafted with the theory of, hey, we're doing this to help somebody. Mm-hmm. We're doing this to get them back on their feet. So if we're not sure, we're gonna help that employee. Mm-hmm. Most cases in Tennessee are unforgiving. If you have an accident, a car hits you, something like that, buddy, you've got a year. If you had a year in one day, tough. It's
really?
over.
That's it.
But with work comp, it's not always that clean. And what this case is about is a man at work saw two just tragic deaths, and it really affected him. But the problem is, with an accident like that, we know when he saw it, but that's not something that you immediately know, hey, I'm injured from it. So it took him a while, and a couple of months later, a doctor said, hey, you've got post-traumatic syndrome. That's, you know, like we see our soldiers come back and things like that when they see these horrible events. And so he filed a claim, but he filed it within a year of being diagnosed, but it was more than a year from when he saw these horrible events. And the Supreme Court reversed the lower court, and they said, hey, you know what? The way we read the statute, you have a year from when you know you have an injury. You've got a year from when you've been diagnosed. So what's this going to do for employees? It's going to give them that little extra time when there's a case that you just don't quite know yet that you've got some type of permanent problem.
What do you suggest an employee should do if they are hurt on the job? What's the first thing they should do?
Report it. You know, you just have to. And I get so many calls from people that they don't report it because they say, you know, I was just afraid what my employer would do.
Sure.
I just didn't know. And you know what? You just have to. And employers know. Truly, I think good employers know that people would much rather work, they'd much rather earn a living, and they're not happy to be hurt, but you've got to report it. You've really only got 30 days to do it. So you should immediately report it. You know what? And if it turns out to be nothing later, great. But if it's not and it's serious, then you're covered.
Yeah, there's that worry of making